The Easter holiday is right upon us, and in today's video, I'm going to go through the 9 most important things to know before taking your electric car out on Easter holiday or any holiday throughout the year. If possible, charge your car to 100% the day before you go out on your Easter holiday travel or holiday travel with your electric car. If you have a home charger, well, just charge the car to 100%. Just remember to go into the menu and see if you have a charge limit that's set to maybe 70, 80, or 90. Make sure that's set to 100%. And I know I've said on many occasions before, don't charge your electric car to 100%, and that is still true when it comes to daily occasions, week to week, day to day, just using your car normally till and from work and school and all of that. But on occasion, going on a long trip, that's no problem at all. You're going to do so seldom that it really doesn't matter. If you don't have a home charger, maybe you have a neighbor, a relative, somebody who lives close to where you can, charge your car to 100%. I've done that before. And also, lastly, if that isn't an alternative, go to a close AC charger or DC charger and try to charge your car as close to 100% as possible. So close to 100% as possible before setting out on a trip is tip number 1. If your destination is further away than what your EV can travel on a full charge, then you're going to have to stop somewhere to charge. Is that 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? You're going to have to find that out. And also, don't only have one alternative for charging, have at least 2 other primary backups. So you're going to go to this charging station, but if it's full, you have 2 other alternatives. Knowing this in advance, if you come to a place and it's full, well, it's going to be much easier to make a decision, and don't be stressed out. Know how your electric car charges, the speeds, the stats, and all the specs if you don't already know it. So today I just picked up this Nissan Ariya 87 kilowatt hour version, and before I picked it up, I don't know how it charged. So after going on the internet and finding out, I know now that this has a peak charging speed of 130 kilowatts and will do 10 to 80% in around 35 minutes with optimal temperature in the battery. This car allegedly has a manual preheating button that you have to activate through the settings in the menu, and the guy at Nissan told me to activate that 30 minutes before charging, so the car would heat up the battery and I would get that optimal charging speed. And also, the charging curve from this 130 kilowatts, it will have that to around 35-40%, and then it will stop dipping. So know how your car charges. It's going to be really important on later on. Now that you know where you're going to stop and charge, you're going to want to download the ChargePoint operator's own charging app. But not all ChargePoint operators have their own charging app. So you have, for example, Recharge, which is the largest provider of lightning fast and rapid charging in the Nordic countries, which are independent. They don't have their own charging app. They have a map like this, but their philosophy is that you're going to be able to use any charging app you desire. So you can use Easy Park, you can use charging apps from other ChargePoint operators, but you have a map where you can find the chargers. But what I actually recommend is to use the Elton charging app, which are also the sponsor of today's video. So what is really cool about the Elton charging app is that it will show you all chargers. So here, all chargers, and then you can also base it on speed and stuff like that. So here, all chargers are shown in this area, and if we zoom in, you can see that those that are amber are actually 150 kilowatts or faster, which is really nice. And also you can go out and then you can filter again, charge with Elton. So these are the chargers that are capable to charge with the Elton app. And what's really awesome here, 1 charging app, 1 payment card, 1 charging interface to show you where the chargers are, and you can also see the vacancy in real time. 2 out of 3 are vacant, which is really awesome. And that brings me to tip number 5, and that is monitor the vacancy with the Elton app to see how many chargers are vacant and if they get full. So here you can see 6 out of 10 are vacant. If we go into details, we can see that 6 out of 10 150 kilowatts are vacant, and 2 out of 5 60 kilowatts are vacant. This car, peak charge speed 130 kilowatts, we're going to want to go to that 150 kilowatt charger. You can also see the pricing, the distance, how many minutes it takes to go there, and also this is really nice here on the bottom. It will actually show you the occupancy, usually by hour of day. Here you can see between, what's that, like 2 and 4, it usually is very, very full at the charging station. And what's really nice, if all the chargers are occupied here, the app will actually give you an estimated wait time for how long it takes before a charger is vacant. So don't do this yourself, but have your passenger just monitor all the charging stations. If we go down here, for example, this here is a recharge and Shell OS, 2 out of 2 are vacant, 7 out of 7 are vacant. I would probably go to this instead of that other one if I was going this route, because here you're going to be sure that, well, more chargers are vacant. Or maybe not, they only have 2 chargers here. The other charging station had 10. So that's the decision you're going to have to make in real time. And having this app to show you, the vacancy, the occupancy in real time is really, really practical. Tip number 6 is know what chargers to choose. So we're going to go to the left here to this Circle K charging station. And here they have 4 of these 150 kilowatt chargers, and then they have 2 50 kilowatt chargers. So we're going to see what's vacant here. Only one charger is vacant, this 150 kilowatt charger here, which should be fine if we were at, let's say, 10, 20, 30%. We would get, close to that peak charging speed of 130 kilowatts. But if there were any other chargers vacant, say they had like a 100 kilowatt charger or a 50 kilowatt charger, we arrived here with 50 or 60%. You would be better off going to a slower charger. First off, it's better for capacity, better for everybody. You're still going to be charging slower, and you're also going to be paying less. Often, these faster chargers are going to be more expensive per kilowatt hour. So go to the fastest available charger that is closest to the charging speed you're going to get at your percentage. That's why it's important to know your peak charging speed. It's important to know the charging curve, because if we're here at 40%, I know that this car is maybe going to charge at like 100 kilowatts. I wouldn't go to 150 kilowatt charger if there was like 125 or 100 kilowatt charger vacant. They actually have a 550 kilowatt charger here. This one, which is new, with 1 CCS connector and 1 CHAdeMO connector. And that brings us to tip number 7, and that is use the Elton charging app to start charging. So here we are, we just press charge the car there, and then it will find us. It will find the charger here, and this one is called 4251. So 4251, where do we have it? 4251, that's it, and then we can start charging. But well, I'm at 92%, I'm not going to do it, but this is so darn easy with this app. Don't charge above 80% unless you have to get to your destination, unless there's no other charging point along the way. There are a few reasons for this. So first off, you are going to occupy the charger for much longer time than you have to. That means if everybody's doing this, there are going to be a lot more queues. So this video is to everybody, as many people as possible. Try charging to only 80%. That frees up a charger quicker. For everybody else, that means less queues. And the reason this is true is because almost every electric car, there are a few exceptions, but almost every electric car charges very slow above 80%. Very slow, like 80 to 100%. And some EVs even takes like an hour. It's crazy. And you can go from 10 to 80% in like 35 minutes in this car. So that's a huge difference. That means, getting that last charge is not going to pay off at all. It's going to be much better for you to stop if there is a place to stop, even at a 50 kilowatt charger, because topping up that little bit of extra juice is going to be much quicker down the road than at above 80%. And also some chargers, charge you for the minute price. That's also going to be very, very expensive, in addition to that kilowatt hour price. And then lastly, charging at a DC fast charger above 80%. Also, if you're doing this a lot, it's going to wear out your battery quicker. Remember at the beginning of the video, I said charge to 100%. That's fine at a slow charger, like an AC charger at your house, at your office, wherever. And doing that once in a while. But DC fast charging to 100%, no, that's not good. Even though you're getting slower speed, you're still wearing out that battery quicker than if you don't do that. So you've been traveling the whole day with your electric car. You're about to reach your destination. The big question is, do you have a charger at your destination? Do you have a destination charger, an AC charger? If you don't, you're going to want to do an evaluation of, well, how many days Are you going to be parked? Are you going to the mountain skiing? Are you going to be parked for a few days? How much battery do you have left? So let's say we're arriving here with 89% as I have here with this car. Well, I'm just gonna park the car up because even parked for a few days, it's gonna be fine. But maybe if I was at like 10 or 20%, I would probably stop at a DC fast charger, just top up a little bit so that when you park your car, it's not going to deplete your battery, and you can also run, you know, the parking climate if you want. So if you don't have a destination charger, just, you know, charge to like 20, 30%, maybe 40%, so you have some juice. Also, you have enough to go to that charter on your return trip again after the holiday. So there we go. Those were my 9 top 10 tips which were important to know before taking an electric car out on your Easter holiday trip or any other holiday trip for that matter. Is there anything you guys think I missed? Leave it down in the comment section down below. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.